Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Yeah, it's a fine time that we are going to have a look at a few things over here. Yes. So my name is Raphael. Once again, we want to do a presentation on calculation of safe days. So this is, I know it will muchly favor, those people who have been asking few questions regarding on how to calculate their safe days. So first and foremost, I want to tell everyone that when you want to know your safe days, it's better understood when one understands what we call ovulation, because we have two things that take place. We have ovulation and we have menstruation. So many times you find that most women, okay, and quite a number of them, they know about menstruation because it's something that they can see. But ovulation, it's only felt. At times it comes a bit cumbersome for some women. And to be specific, those who may not be in the field of medicine, they may not be in a position to understand what ovulation is. But right now, I want to discuss something to do with calculation of safe days, and that thing entails ovulation and menstruation. So let's begin. Now here we have there is a graph. I'm going to explain this in using this XY graph, and whereby you find that at the axis we have a number of days in a month. And remember, here we are dealing with those women with regular menstruation. In a couple of, in the subsequent videos, I will be explaining on those, particularly those who have irregular menses, but it's close to majorly the main gist is over here. Those with the regular menstruation, that is, those who undergo a cycle of 28 days. And you can see from the graph that we have on the wall, it shows that we have day 1 to day 28. So meaning this is a lady with regular menstruation, right? So you will realize that here at the y-axis we have a hormone called luteinizing hormone. You come to realize that women during the phase of ovulation, menstruation, generally many a time the ladies, they are being under influence of hormonal balance and hormonal influence. So you find that that's where we are dealing. So here, particularly, we are dealing with the main hormone influenced that's really controls ovulation, and particularly because that is the guiding principle that we show us on where and when this lady is fertile. That is the peak, the day at which this lady will be fertile. Right. So here we have luteinizing hormone. You will find that this graph goes. So a lady who has a menstruation of 28 days, you will find that her peak day is on the 14th day. That is a lady who has a regular menstruation and has a cycle of 28 days. And now you'll find that it's not specific that that lady has to have, has to start, her menstruation has to begin date first, as per se. Now, because essentially here, you will find that the very first day that lady starts to menstruate, that is the day that her cycle begins. So that is a key point to note. That very day that that lady starts to menstruate, that is the day that our cycle, her days, she will start counting her day from that day that she has started her menstruation. But now on my setup over here, I have taken an example of a lady who starts menstruation on day 1 of the calendar, right? So you will find that our graph for a lady of that kind, our graph will run this way, because now mark you, here is our date 14, right? So we expect that this date 14, the lady, the luteinizing hormone, actually that is the peak day, whereby you find that the luteinizing hormone is quite high, and you find that the graph of that given lady will be of this manner. Low luteinizing hormone, then you find that it goes up on day 14, then it comes down. 28, right? Okay, there. My drawing might not be that clear enough, but at least we can get that 3 points because this is our date 14. Very good. Now you realize that this date 14 is the day that luteinizing hormone is quite high, and that is the day that this lady will undergo her ovulation. That is the peak day of ovulation. You find that it goes high, luteinizing hormone goes high, then it declines. It inclines, then it declines. And you find that this is the day that this lady is most fertile. Now, assuming this lady starts her menstruation on day 6, the same will apply. She'll start counting her days, her cycle from day 6, the day that she has seen the initial menstruation. That is the day that she will count from, provided that she has a regular menstruation phase. And you find that she will count from day 6 till the day that she will find her 28th day, regarding where she began. Now let's come to another point that I want to show us now. Now, having known that this is our peak day, our date 14 is our peak day. Now, how do I know? How does that woman come to realize that now I am on safe days or I am on unsafe days? Unsafe days are those days that she cannot conceive. Those are safe days for her. And unsafe days are those days that she can easily conceive, and they are also called fertile days. Those are the days that that lady is very fertile, that any ejaculation of a given sperm coming in contact with the ova, she's likely to conceive. Now, given an example, for example, given this example, you will find that if, for example, this lady has unprotected sex on date, assuming she has unprotected sex on date 1st, which is a bit maybe ambiguous to some cases because it finds that most women don't have sex on the very first day they are in menstruation. But assuming this lady has unprotected sex on this date 1st, now there is something I want us to understand. You will find that normally the human sperm has a lifespan of 5 days, right? So you will find that this woman undergoes a span of 5 days. That means that if this lady now, having known that the sperm can only last for 5 days and it can die, right? So you find that if this lady starts her menstruation on date 1 and the same day she has her unprotected sex, the sperm will be deposited over here. But mark you, the sperm lifespan is only 5 days. This sperm will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. This date 5, the sperm will have died. This lady will not conceive because her ovulation day, the day that she is very fertile, is on date 14. Are we together? Right. So then another case, you find that a lady has unprotected sex on date 5. Right. On date 5, the sperm is deposited in her vagina or so. You find that the sperm will count 5 days. That means that date 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is date 9. We are here on date 9. Still, this day, the sperm has died before the day the lady starts ovulating. Still, she's still safe. Those are safe days for her. Now, another scenario comes here. You find that if, for example, this lady has unprotected sex on date 10, here on date 10, count dates 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Those are how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days. You will find that during this period, this lady is likely to conceive because she's in a period of 5 days, the sperm is still alive, and she's likely to conceive because the peak, the ovulation, the ovulating day, the day that she's very fertile, has come in contact with the day the sperm that was deposited on day 10 that is still alive till date 14. Are we together? Right. So you find that from this date 10 until the date 14, this lady is very fertile, and those are her unsafe days. These are not safe days for her. Then another point to add there is that women an ovum only has a lifespan of 24 hours. That is a single day. That means that if, for example, this sperm is still alive here, or she had sex, for example, on date 11, that will mean that the sperm will still be alive till day 15. So this lady is still, the ova has produced is still alive because it has a lifespan of 24 hours. That means that we still add date 50, date 15. So you find that also date 15, it's also unsafe for her. Then from this date 10, she was also unsafe. Are we together? Right. So you will find that her unsafe days are here from date 10 to date 50, 15. But we want us add something there. We will find that there is also an adjustment of either +2 or -2. Not really -2, but +2 or something. You will find that this lady is also likely, because if her peak ovulation day is on date 14, there are chances that she can as well have a peak day of date 15 or a peak day of date 16. So we also add until date 16. These are 2 days from date 14. So still these are unsafe days for her. I hope we have understood the reason as why we're adding this till date 16 is because this date 14 is not static. It's not really certain that she has to, her peak day has to be this 14. It can likely go as late, some days ahead. So, are we together? Right. So you will realize that from what we have learned, you will realize that this lady has unsafe days. These are unsafe days for her. From date 10 to date 16 are so unsafe for her. And these are now unsafe days, or we also call them fertile days for this woman. Fertile days. Right? Those are the fertile days that she has. But now you realize that if this lady had sex, because you realize that if she has sex during this period, anything to do with these dates from day 11 to day 16, anything there, she's likely to conceive automatically. But now if she has sex, unprotected sex for that matter, on date 17, date 18 till date 28, she cannot conceive just because she has already ovulated and the egg has reached maturity, and it has even the lifespan of that egg has elapsed, and the egg is normal. So you find that if this lady is a lady with a regular menstruation, you will find that she has surpassed the dates that she is ovulating. So on date 17 she will not conceive till date 28. Again, when she's beginning her menstruation, she starts counting her cycle again. So you realize that there is also something that we need to note over here, that's now here till date 28. That is date 17, date 17 to date 28, till you come from, also you come from date 1 to date 9. Date 1 to date 9. These are called safe days for her now, and fertile days. Safe days. Stroke and fertile days. The same applies to here. Are we together? So here you will realize that anyone who follows such a criteria, this is someone who is likely not to conceive if at all they had not planned for any child bearing any soon. And here note, we are only dealing with those ladies who have regular menstruation. Right? Alright, so that is it. Any question for those who have questions, you can inbox me. I'll be ready to answer any questions that will be arising. But for those who had asked on how to calculate the safe days, at least now you can realize, you can note, the moment this lady starts menstruating, the rate of luteinizing hormone is low, but it starts inclining. But the moment she gets her 14th day, she's at the peak, and that is the day that she's ovulating. Then after that day, you find that the graph starts declining, and that is luteinizing hormone starts to decline again for the subsequent month, and the cycle continues. Otherwise, thank you so much. All right, glad.